So for we completed with the storage, then with the VMs.
Mm-hmm.
We completed with the load balancers. Yeah, and we saw some basic, foundations. So today, what I thought is we'll go with monitoring, we'll go with backup, and uh, we'll complete this Azure admin tools and ARM templates. So let's start with the admin tools. You got you know about PowerShell, Azure CLI, brother?
Yeah, I've seen it before. And I've used it as well before. Yeah.
You have used PowerShell and CLI.
Yeah.
Okay, so just to basically start with that, what as I told you that there are four ways to get into, get into Azure. One is through the portal, which hits the web API. Then one is through PowerShell, which hits the console API. Then Azure CLI, which again hits the console API. Then finally we got this mobile app, which hits the web API. So here through this portal, uh, it is used to hit the web API, and now the tool, I mean, we usually use portal because it's much easier to do so. But using PowerShell and CLI is much better for scripting things, because if you have a multiple of resources to be deployed, or for example, you have 50, 100 virtual machines to be deployed, it's much easier to use PowerShell and CLI, just because you can't create every single resource through the portal. You can just script everything through the PowerShell, and you can just deploy everything within minutes. So it will be much easier for you to do so. And in this PowerShell, what you have is this PowerShell is an object-oriented language, programming language. Here, how it works is it has uh, I mean, it's a verb noun based object oriented command line. So mhm, here what happens is you will give a verb with a noun, so that it can help you through that. So for example, you give create VM. If you give create VM, it will create a VM. So you obviously give a verb, then with it you add a noun. So it works like that. And if you see to the types of PowerShell, there are two types of PowerShell here. Number one is the PowerShell ISE, and number two is the normal PowerShell. See, we have two PowerShells here. this PowerShell ISE, it's with IntelliSense, and this PowerShell is without IntelliSense, and this is used by the beginners or the intermediates because if we type half words, or if we type something, it will just see. So what happens here is if you type half the word, and if you enter tab, it will just complete the word, and you can and it will be helpful for the beginners and the intermediates just to do things faster. And also here, uh, this PowerShell with ISE, this has the modules here, where for each Microsoft service, and these modules holds commandlet for that particular service. So we can just add everything we need here. If you wanna add a VM, so you can just go and you can search for the appropriate commandlet for that, and you can just paste it here, or you can just type that here. So in this CLI model, it will be very much helpful for you to do so. One moment, brother. Uh, Brother Irfan is calling me. Just a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, brother. It was just brother Imam called me, so
Okay.
just answer that. So regarding this ISI with this PowerShell with ISE, this helps the beginners and the intermediates to to use the PowerShell much easier. Whereas here in this PowerShell, it will be not not I'll not say that it will be difficult, but if if you're more than an intermediate, it will be just easy for you to use this PowerShell. So this one is will be used by the advanced people, or sometimes intermediates will also use this, but most of them will prefer this because they can just find things here to add on here. So this is PowerShell, and we have Azure CLI. Here in Azure CLI, this CLI means the command line interface. So here what happens is this Azure CLI is a cross-platform command line to connect to the Azure and execute administrative commands on the Azure resources. So it allows, I mean, the execution of commands through a terminal using I mean, using the interactive command line forms, and you can even script this using Python. So if you know some languages like Python, Java, you can use Azure CLI. But yeah, if you're familiar with PowerShell, you can go with PowerShell either. So this is the third type. And if you see, the fourth type would be obviously the mobile app. So in the mobile app, you can just download the Azure mobile app from the Play Store, and you can just use it. But using this would be much difficult because you can't zoom and you can't use everything that like you use in the I mean system. So this people can use this just to check on the resources on the deployment, just whether it's I mean the deployment is completed, or I mean to just to take a glance on it. But you can't use this mobile app for working on a day-to-day basis. So this one is just to check things. And here in the in this list, we have another option called the Cloud Shell. This Cloud Shell, what happens is this comprises of both the PowerShell and Azure CLI.
So what's Cloud Shell?
Yes. What happens here is all the four things that I said you before, that uses, I mean, that helps us to hit the web API or the console API. But here in the Cloud Shell, this is within the Azure. Yes, this
Yeah,
thing
that
is
one.
called the Cloud Shell.
Okay. Yeah.
If you know how to use the PowerShell and how to use the Azure CLI, you can just go here and you can use that. But what happens here is you need a storage account to store all your commands or history here, because the data which the commands, the data which you use here, this thing needs a storage account just to hold all the data you use in it. So this asks us to create a storage account, or if you have a storage account, uh, I mean in your Azure previously, you can just connect to that, and you can simply create a storage account, and you can start scripting the I mean scripting using the PowerShell or CLI inside this Azure portal. So it will be much easier for you to do if you know only PowerShell and I mean PowerShell and CLI, and you have to deploy multiple of I mean multiple of resources. You can use this option, because in some companies they won't have access to the PowerShell or CLI in in the I mean in the PC that the companies, I mean that the organization provide. So instead, you can just log into the Azure, and within Azure, you can just use uh, I mean, use both the PowerShell and the CLI, which is known as the uh, Cloud Shell.
Did you say you could use PowerShell and a different language, other language?
No, PowerShell. In PowerShell, you cannot use other languages.
No,
You can use one only
in Cloud Shell. Only
in Cloud Shell.
Yeah, only PowerShell you could use, or did can you use other language? Did you say?
Yeah, you can use the either the PowerShell or the Azure CLI. In Azure CLI, obviously you can use other languages. If you know languages like Python, just you can script everything using Python, and you can upload the same here in the Cloud Shell.
Sure.
You'll have this. See, this is Cloud Shell now. I mean, this is Azure CLI now. If you need PowerShell, you can just shift to PowerShell. You can simply change your settings here. If you need PowerShell, you can go to PowerShell. If you need Azure CLI, you can click on the bash and you can use the PowerShell. So it will be much easier for you to inside the Azure portal. So this one is the deleted. This one are the connecting tools, and we have templates here. So yeah, next what we are going to see is templates. So in this ARM template, the basic necessary in an ARM template is four things. Number one is the schema. Number two is the parameter, the variables, and the resources. These are the four main things that are used inside an ARM template. The schema is the basic thing that gives I mean, if you don't use the schema, you can't use the ARM template. But you can either use parameters and variables, or if you don't use, there won't be much difference in that, because these parameters and the variables are used to give values, add values to the resources, the names to the resources. If you have multiple resources with the same region. For example, you have 50 resources with the same region. You cannot go and add multiple. In each of the resources, you can't go add US, US, and instead you can give a value here in the region, and you'll give US. I mean, not US. You'll just give re region here. Then you'll add you'll add the attribute value here in the variables, so that you can just get this resources. It will get the value from the variables, and it will give it there. If you add in other resources, if you add region as region, let this be region 1 and region 2, and you give the value as for region 1, the value is East US, and for region 2, if the value is West US, then obviously wherever you give region 1, then it will go and take the value from the variables. And wherever you declare as a region 2, then it will go and take the values from the variables, and it will give us West US. So what happens is these variables, you can get values within the ARM template. It can't, I mean, you can just declare the values within the ARM template, but you can't declare values outside the ARM templates. For using the values outside the ARM template, you use parameters. So you can declare the variables from anywhere. I mean, you can declare the parameters anywhere outside the ARM template. So if you have values in the Azure or in another document, you can just you can add environmental variables in the portal, and then you can just declare values in the portal. Then you can just, add the region here. Then you have to declare the values here in the parameters. Then this parameters, what it will do is it will go out and it will pick the values, and it will come and it will declare the values here. So it will be much easier if I show you through the ARM template. Yes, this is how a normal, I mean, ARM template looks like. The basic four things is the schema. This is default for everything from here to here. It's default for everything. And if you need, you can add parameters or you can just leave like this. If you need variables, you can add variables here or you can just leave like this. And if you need the resources, you can just, I mean, obviously you need some resources. So what we'll do is should add inside that. So here inside the resources, name, you can give any name. If you have variables, you can just declare it here. So let's not go to variables now, because just to understand, what you can do is name is web. Let's have the name like this. The location again, uh, east issues. Then this queue, it's nothing but the Standard. Then the kind, let's have Windows. Then again, it's asking for the web app name. Instead of here also, it will be asking the web app name, and here it's asking web app name. Instead of declaring everything here, you can just give the names like this, and you can, I mean, this is in parameters. You can just give add this as a variables, and the web app name you can just declare it here in the variables.
I don't, to be honest, I don't understand this.
You still can't understand.
Yeah, this is not making sense to me.
Okay, so yeah, this is the basic thing. That in an ARM template, this is the default thing you should have. You can either have these two, the parameters or variables, or you need not have, because if you declare the values here, the values you need, if you declare here, you need not have these parameters and variables. You just leave about the parameters and the variables. These are the four main things. I mean, you should have in default: the schema, this one,
Yeah.
then this I mean parameters, variables, and resources. These are the four things you need to have. And inside the resources, what you have to do is, if you need a resource, some resource, any resource you need, for example, let's take storage. What you need is just this. Inside the resources, you just, you can add the type. The type is, I mean, these are the default things inside a resource. So it will, this type will let you know what type of resource it is. So since it's a storage resource, you are adding the type storage, the storage account. Then you'll add the version of it, the API version of it. Then you'll add the name, any string. Uh, for example, if you need the name as training storage, you can add the name here, the location, East US. Then if you need, you can add tags, or you can remove this. If you need to add SKU, you can add. There are two, as we mentioned earlier, there are two, I mean, things in storage account. One is the premium, and the other is the standard. So this is standard. Then the kind, what kind of virtual machine? I mean, what kind of machine is. Then external location, you need not. You don't need anything of this. So just remove this.
So you know you typed in Windows. Don't you need to
Yeah.
select which version of Windows? Is it Server 2009,
Yeah, yeah. I'm just
2019?
telling you that you can add like this because here you won't be doing this each and every line here. You'll be just having the, I mean, you will just get the pack of the JSON and you'll just deploy things. But I'm telling you like this just to understand. Here there will be multiple of I mean resources. If you create, they will. I mean your architect will say you that. I mean will tell everything in which I mean Windows. I mean you want to create that. So obviously it can be 2016 or 2019. Anything it can be. I'm just in order to explain. I'm saying you that you can add Windows or Linux like that.
Okay.
So you understood this four things inside the ARM template.
Yeah.
Now, instead of doing this, you can simply now here see you have name, location, and SKU. So uh, think you need to deploy three. I mean three resources. Let's go to another resource. You just need to add another resource down to this because this resource starts here from the bracket here and it will end here to the bracket here and you need to add a comma here and you need to paste another resource, so every resource will come like this. I think this started here, so
You know these closed brackets at the bottom. Why is there two of them?
no, every bracket you open you should close every bracket. So we have opened a bracket here, so we have closed this and For the main bracket, you have to close it here.
Where's the main opening bracket?
Here.
Where?
You have one bracket here,
Oh, at the
which you
top.
will close.
Okay.
Yeah. So for
Okay.
this, we just have to check. This is the thing we'll get, I mean, trouble here. So here we have opened a bracket, we have closed it, we have opened, we have closed it. And here, open the bracket and we have closed it here. Here,
Hmm.
need to add a comma here. Then we added everything here. The second thing. Now here what happens is you can now declare the here the same location is the US here, and you have the same location here. So instead of giving multiple I mean same location in multiple areas, what you can do is you can just add this.
I'm sorry, but it's not, this is not making sense to me. Right.
No, you can understand this one.
Look, okay, right.
There is
Let me see if I can understand this right. So we've created resource. It's a storage
yes.
account resource we've created here.
No, regardless of whatever resources it may be,
Mm,
you now you have created two resources. One is the storage account resource, and other one is the this is not a resource actually. You'll have another. So wait, let me create a proper resource here, because I have some.
mm. Which application are you using? Which app?
This one is the VS Code.
VS Code. Is that free? Of
Yes,
it?
this one is for free. Yeah.
These brackets are so confusing. Like how many brackets there are?
No, this might be confusing. What you need to do is you need to just check if you open a bracket here, you have to close a bracket here. So you just take this one
Yeah.
here, you have opened a bracket here. So inside this, you give types I mean, you give every attribute and their values here. So you give type, you give app versions, you give name, you give location, you give properties, you give I mean depends on. Okay, you give all these things and you close a bracket here for this.
Okay. But this resource,
Then
is this a resource that you're referring to? Yes. Is that what you're doing here?
yes, the properties of the resource, not the properties, the values you give for a resource. So
Okay.
see, let's go here. Here we have a SQL Server.
Yeah.
We are creating a SQL Server here. So what you give is a resource group. Let it be anything. Then you give a server name here.
Mm-hmm.
So the name you give here, you'll add it here. The server name. It's asking the server name because we are giving the server name here. This is since it's a template. This has the formats, the whatever it has to add on. It will add everything here. because it's a complete template. We downloaded it from the internet or from the I mean Azure portal. What happens is you need not worry about the template. This might look strange, but what you need to do is you need to just understand the thing that you need to add here. This one, the parameter here, you just leave this, and instead of this, you will have add server name. See now here, you just concentrate on this alone. So
Yeah.
here, what happens is you give all the basic requirements you need, because
Okay.
this is a
Is
database.
is this one is this one creating a sorry, this is creating resource, right? This one.
Yes,
This there.
this one is a resource. Yes,
No, this template. No, this script is this to create a resource. Is this what we're trying to
yes.
do here?
This one is to create resources. Yes.
Okay.
The format, the format that is used to do is the JSON format.
Mm-hmm.
This ARM template will be in .json
Okay. But
file. The file is .json file. So inside a .json file, you can create an ARM template. So in an ARM template, what you have is all these four things: the schema, the parameter, the variables, the resources. Here, you can add values to the parameters and the variables. And if you need, you can add it. If you don't need, you can just leave it like this. You can open and close brackets and add comma, and you can leave like this.
yeah.
Since this is the basic, the default thing you need to add in a ARM template. Now we'll just see on how to add resources here. Let's not add this now. Here inside the resources, you're just giving values. You're just giving attributes and their values. Here, the type of the resource is the database. So it will come under the database. Then the API version. This you need not worry about this, but just for the for the purpose of learning about the ARM template, I'm showing you like this. So the name, the location, everything you add here. The thing is, this will be like this only. You can't make changes to the templates here.
Mm.
But you need not go and type every single type every single line here.
Yeah.
You just need to get it from the Azure portal or from online and anywhere from anywhere if you need. But the thing you need to know is how to script script it here in the JSON. You need to know how to write a JSON file, because see, if you find errors like this, you should not find any of the red lines here.
Let me see that.
So you need,
Let me see the errors.
yeah,
That
yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah. What? Because I
Yeah.
have mentioned here that I need, uh, I mean, I have declared here that I need a SKU name with a parameter. So I haven't declared any parameter here. So it's showing error. It's asking me just go and declare a parameter there
Sure.
here.
Sorry. So I've never used this application
Yeah,
before. Where is it showing the
yes.
error? Where is it showing there's an error? On the
The
top
the
right?
red the red line.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Okay.
the red line indicates the error, and
Mhm.
here we can just have an overview that wherever you have errors, it will just highlight with these lines, red lines.
Sure. Sure.
So this will be your overview, and this here you can see the underlines with red color. So see, instead of that, if I give like this will go off. But these are the basic necessaries to create a database. So all these things are necessary. All the attributes and the values are necessary. But what you want to do is you just have to script this. You can only give values wherever you need. It's you can give the name to the database as you like.
Yeah.
You can give what I mean. This type you can't change the type because this is a database type, so you can't change the database type.
Yeah.
Then the app versions you can't change. You can change the location. You can change the name. Then you can change the SKU. But you'll only have standard basic such SKUs. So you see the name of the SKU, the name of the SKU is standard. So I'll give standard. These are the values just given to the attributes here. For a database, whatever things needed, we can add values here. If you need standard, you can give standard here. If you need basic, you can give basic. Like this describes how a database should be. So if you don't know how, I mean, what are the things available in a SKU in a database, you can just go and check here, and you can paste that as well.
Sorry, where can you check? From these drop down menus, these ones, yeah? Just copy them.
Yes, which one?
So you said if you don't know uh the what you could choose
The
from.
values, yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Can't see the values here. Let's okay. Okay, I don't have the Azure of, I mean, that I created. I'm facing problem with that Azure because I'm using, now I'm using the account which I had in India. So see here,
Yeah.
you can, if you don't know about the values, the values for the, I mean, this queue, you can just go online and you can check the values for this queue. Here you'll find this queue.
Hmm.
See, this will explain you if you need standard tier or premium tier or the general purpose tier, any tier you need, you can. I mean, in order to know what are the I mean varieties you have inside the tier, in the storage account you'll have only two tiers. That is the standard tier and the premium tier.
Yeah.
So, like this, you may have three tiers in some resources. You may have only one tier. You may have four tiers in some resources. So, the tier varies. I mean, with the resources. So, in order to check whether you have this, because in storage account you might not have, in storage account you might not have a basic tier, because that only has the I mean standard and the premium. So if you give I mean if you add basic in the tier of the storage account, you may not create the I mean the ARM template, the validation for the ARM template will fail, because it will just say that you don't have a basic tier in a storage account. So it will ask us to either select the storage I mean standard tier or the premium tier. So, but all these things, your architect will let you know all these things. But you'll not just, I mean, uh, do these JSON scripts. But knowing about the JSON script is must, because if someone says that it's not working, because in some companies all they prefer is the premium tier. But I mean the deployment that is done before, that would be with the standard tier. So in order to upgrade, you must know where the tier will be and where you have to upgrade this. So here you have a standard, and you need to know that you have to add premium here in this area. So in order to know this, you just want to I'm teaching you how to add values here inside the ARM templates. You need not worry about the values because the values you'll get from your architect. You just need to understand how to use this ARM template, how to script this ARM template. So this qtire, it's asking for the parameter qtire. So this qtire is here, standard. So you just need to add this here. That's it. We have opened a bracket here. So we need to close. We have closed this here. Then this one is closed. Then for this, we have closed here. Then this is showing this because in order to have database, you need a database. I mean, you need a SQL server because this database can't be, I mean, deployed alone. This needs a server. So obviously, you need another. This one is the so So here, let's keep this because it's asking a name, a database name. See, this is saying here the template validation is paid because the template resource here, the database name in the line 42 on the column 39, it's invalid. So it's not valid. So it's not working. So we have to change this one. See, if you don't give the value here, this the thing is not showing up. So yeah, it means that the value should be unique. So we'll leave it as of now. Just to explain, I'm leaving it now. So here you need a SQL server for a data for a SQL database. So we have added two resources here. So resource one and resource two. We have two resources right here. So in resource one, what happens is you have a type, then the API version for that type, then you have the I mean data, so I mean server name, the location you have given the location, you have given the kind, then you have given the properties for this machine. So you have to give the login and the password for that. Then you give the versions, you give all the things you need to enable, you need to disable, everything you give here. Then you open a bracket for the properties here, then you close this. So this one is done. Then you have opened a property, I mean the bracket here, so you close this bracket here. So this is a pack of resource. Then inside this, what you do is you open, uh let's do one. Here in this ARM template, everything should be arranged equally. So if something is not equal, then this might then this what it will do is it will fail the, I mean the template validation will be failed
When you say equal, what do you mean? Like,
because everything should be in an order,
okay.
and for each it should, it may be in order or it may not be, because just to understand things, if you place this in order, you'll know where you have created the bracket, and if I leave this as it is, so we can't understand for which thing we opened the bracket and which thing we have closed. So if you place this in order, you'll know where we have opened the bracket and where we have closed. So if I see for this, if we align this
Mm.
properly, we'll know where. everything is in order. So you can just I mean see everything in an order, and you can now see where the bracket is open and where it's closed, and every attribute will be on the line, and you can just by seeing you can say that this is a from here to here is a resource, and from here to here is a resource. So every resource after I mean a resource will start with this bracket and will end with this bracket. Then inside this bracket you will have the resource types, I mean the properties of the resources. Then you'll add a comma to add another resource, like this. So after this you'll again add a resource. I mean if you want to add multiple of resources, you'll just add comma and you'll add the I mean types for the other resources. So this you have added a server, then a database. So what this says is here in this type, the depends on means that this this database depends on the server. So if you added server name here, if this depends on the server, then obviously you should have a server here. So you have to create a server. Instead, if you don't add a server and you give here a server name here, then it will just reject, because that it will say that the template validation is failed because you don't have a server name here. So if you declare a server name, you need a server here. So now the thing is we are adding a server here and we are adding a database, because the this database needs depending on server. So this server is added now, so two resources are here. This you just
Okay.
leave
Okay.
what resources we are creating, just for understanding purpose. We have added two resources here, so one is this and the other one is this,
Yeah.
and we have given the attribute values here to the attributes. So you understand this one?
Yeah. Understand this part. Yeah.
Yeah. Now what we'll do is we'll go to the variables now. What happens is you give east US here, and we have given east US here. Instead of giving this multiple times, what we'll do is we'll use this way. Yes. Inside this, what you have to do is inside the variables, you need to give the value. So here, what I have done is I have given a server name here. So in the name, I have given server name. This server name, I have to add here. For example, you have given the name training here. Here. So this you need not add values here. You can add the name you want to give here, you can add it here. And you can say that. So you have declared variables server name here. So what it takes is it will just go to the variables here and it will take the server name here. So obviously the name we declared it here. So the type of the name is a string. So what it will do is if you declare just the in the name you give variables and from the variables you're asking this one to take the name from the variables. So from the variables go and search server name, you're telling the this like that. And now what it does is it will go to the variables and it will go search for server name. So if the server name is here, it will obviously take the default value here. So while deployment, it will go and it will search the variables inside the ARM template. So if the variable is present, then it will take the name from the variable and it will deploy. If there is no variable declared, it will automatically reject it, and I mean the template validation will be failed. It will not go to the deployment before the validation of the template. If this one is not declared, then the your ARM template will not even get validated. So you have to check on this multiple of times before say I mean before adding this to deployment. So if you have not declared the value, what happens is it gives a bracket showing that you have not declared the value. So you need a database name now. I have just added this here. So what you can do is you need location now. So here what I'll do is I'll say region. I can add any value here with this. If you need variables, you can add this. If you need region, I've had region here. So this is showing a red line saying that you have not added any region in the variable C. So what we can do is we can just go and if I do this as region, so it takes this as you have declared a region there. So yeah, what I'll do is here East US. I'll add East US here. Now this region, I can just simply declare this here. Here also I have the same, if I want the same region here, if I give this, then while deployment, what will happen is this,
Yeah.
the region I have declared here and the region I have declared here is the same. So for this, I have given the value here. So simply it will take the value from here and it will deploy both the resources in East US. So for deploying multiple of, I mean, for adding values multiple of to the multiple of resources, we'll just use variables. Now here you need name. You have given the name, you have given the location, then we can leave this like this.
The admin password.
No,
You have,
we can use that, or if you don't want to use that, you can just leave this as it is. If you want to use that, you can simply go and you can give the password we use here. Then
That's the username, isn't it?
yeah, this will be the username and the password we have this is the password. So this it's again showing that you have not declared the value here. See, the variable administrative login is never used. If you don't use it, it will give a yellow line. If you have given it wrong, it will give a red line. So I have not declared it yet. So if I add this here,
Sorry, I didn't understand that bit. Can you say that part again? So
one
this,
moment. Yeah, one moment.
mm,
See, since I gave the value here, the yellow line went off. If I don't give a value here, see, it will show.
oh,
If
I
I
see.
go and point my mouse here, what
Yeah,
it will say is the variable
it's never used.
administrator login password is never used because I have not used this variable anywhere in the resources.
Gotcha.
So it's
Okay.
it's saying that you have not used this this variable anywhere in the resources.
Okay.
So it's just letting you know that you have not used this anywhere. If you want, you can keep this or you can remove this. It's just highlighting us. Just
Okay.
in case if you need, you can add the value. If you don't need, you can just remove this. Or if you want, you can keep that as it is. That would never be an error in validation. So I'm adding the value here. So I have given the value here, and here inside this I have given the passwords, the login user IDs and all. Now, the next thing what we can do is yeah, you understood the variables, how we declare variables here.
Okay. Let me just do this slowly. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Can I control the mouse? Can I control the
Can you
mouse?
control it using the Zoom?
I don't know. I've never. I don't use Zoom.
No, no. Yes, I use Teams because I don't know if you can control the mouse or not.
I don't think I can. Okay, no problem. Okay, right. Let me see. Um, okay, schema. You don't need to worry about schema, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, the schema, the uh, parameters, the variables, the resources. We have just the four things inside an ARM template.
Yeah, that's it. So the parameters is basically setting. So in the parameters, what do you usually put inside there?
We put the same things here in the parameters and we declare values from outside the ARM templates. Okay. This is a JSON file. If you want to declare things in the same JSON file, you can use variables. This one.
Yeah. Okay.
Because for this one, you have declared the value here itself inside the ARM template.
Yeah. But
You got it?
usually, but what is parameters then?
Parameters is declaring values outside the ARM template. If
Oh,
you have,
outside.
for
Outside.
example,
Okay.
for example, if you have a parameter value here, you can declare the parameter value here, and you can say here that, you can add the same thing here, and what this parameter will do is it will take the values out from outside the ARM template.
Okay. Right. So
But
okay. Okay. So the question is, so if you do that one, yeah, where is these values stored?
yeah, that will be in the DevOps. I'll just let you know when we start with DevOps. I will show you
Okay.
where the values will be. So
Okay. Right. Okay. Okay.
simply for your understanding, I will show you here.
No,
Like,
no, no, no. Let's do that later. Let's do
okay,
that later.
okay, fine.
I just want
Okay.
to go through this one for now. So okay. So variables. This is always inside the template. Yeah.
Yeah, inside the ARM template, inside the JSON file.
Inside, okay, inside JSON file. Okay. Okay, right. And resources, obviously, whatever resources you want to create, isn't it? Yeah.
Mm, yeah.
Okay, sorry, I'm taking notes.
Okay.
Create. Okay, gotcha. All right. So, okay, if you scroll back up, please, just a little bit.
Up.
Up, yeah. Up. Okay, so what we've done first is we've set the variables. Okay. So the server
Yeah.
name, if we refer to the variable server name, it's going to be training server, and that's a string. Yeah. And then
Yeah.
we
So you will add a default value to the server, and if you will add a type,
yeah, correct.
what type of value you are going to add. If you want to add the numbers, you can give the bool here.
Oh,
That's what I said. You need a slight knowledge about the, I mean, language. If you see on Python, what it
yeah,
will say, I mean, if you add values, you'll just give the type of the value here. If you add only the words, it will be a string. Uh, Not only the words. So if you add some value like this, even
yeah,
if you add value like this,
yeah.
or like the C. You have both numbers and alphabets here. The alphanumeric values you can add the type as string, but here
In the is that for JSON file or is that for
no.
no?
In the JSON file you need to add a value.
Okay, but just say you had numbers, yeah. Can you use a string, the type, or do you have to use a different type?
See here, just I have numbers here. I'm using integers int.
Oh, integers.
If you just have numbers, you can use integers,
Okay, what if it's
and
mixed? What if it's numbers and letters?
you can use the same string.
Oh, you can use string. Okay,
Yeah. See, for these numbers and alphanumeric thing, I have used string.
okay, okay. But if it's only numbers, you could just use.
Only numbers I can use integers. Int.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Okay, one second.
Okay.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Okay, that's fine. So we set the variables. Can we scroll down just a little bit?
Okay. Yes.
You know, early. Okay, you see, sometimes I see a yellow light bulb on the left hand side. Sometimes I see it when you're.
Yeah, it's just I mean, if you don't know to use, it will just show how to use that.
Okay. Okay. Right.
I mean, if you find some error, you can just
Mm.
um,
Yeah.
see.
Look, this one here.
It's asking you to rewrite. I mean, it will just give an option, uh, if you want to rename or rewrite anything. If you want to do anything, we can do either way here. Or if you are an intermediate, you can directly go and do things here. It's just highlighting things. It's showing that whatever you can do here. Or if you want to change something, there is only one option left here. See, if you click on here, it's only asking if you want to rename, you can do rename here.
Okay.
It's nothing. You need not worry about this icon.
Okay. Right. Right. So the first resource we're creating is a server. Okay.
Yeah.
API version. It doesn't matter. The name. Okay. So the server name is coming from the variables. Region is coming from variables. Kind, okay. Properties, okay. This is the username, password. Okay, that's fine. Okay, and the public network access and restrict outbound access is what is that exactly on network?
This one.
Yeah,
This one is it's nothing but the basic criteria for that resource.
okay.
Uh, if it's asking whether see
So
restrict outbound network access. So people who can who I mean it's asking if you want to restrict any outbound users to access this. We are saying no. We are not restricting anyone. We can allow everyone to come in. So we have disabled. If we enable this, we might add some properties for that.
sure. Okay.
See,
Okay,
it's
let's
saying that whether or not to restrict outbound network access for this server. Well, value is optional, but if passed, it's but if it's passed, I mean value is not optional, but if passed in must be enabled or disabled. If you enable this, you must give some, I mean, properties to whom you have to, I mean, you have restricted the outbound access, so you have to give some values to whom you to who, I mean, who should be restricted and who should be let in. So you have to give all the properties here down here. So if you don't want, I mean, if you have to, if you want to disable thing, you can just disable and you need not give values, any values to this.
sure. Okay. Let's scroll down.
Mhm.
Okay, after that, we created the database. We're giving all the details correct.
Yes.
Database name type is database. Okay, yeah, sure.
No,
Okay.
now you have used the server name you are using here multiple times here. Number one, see,
Yeah,
I'll just copy this here as of now. See, you have used it, the server name here. Now you need a server name here too. So instead, you can paste the variable here. Then you again need a server name here. So just it here. Wherever you need a server name, you
yeah,
can just add the variables here, and you
sure,
can declare it only once out there. So simply wherever it finds variable server name, it will go here to the variables and take the server name from here. Okay. Regardless of how many times you use the thing server names anywhere in the resources, it will come here to the variables. It will search for the server name, the name which you have given after the variables. It will search for the name here, and if it finds a name here, it will just take this name and it will declare it right here. If you want to add the name for the database here, you can simply add variables. Here inside the variables, you can add database name, and here you can add the database name here, and you can add values and the type of the database here.
okay.
You understood the concept, brother?
Yeah, I want to ask you one question.
Yeah,
Um, just say, that, okay, that database, I just saw it a second ago. Uh, can you scroll down a little bit?
yeah,
Okay, right. So row number 58, yeah,
yeah,
this one here. So you have the name of the database, yeah?
yes,
Okay. So this one, if you wanted to, you can make it into variable, right? But you've not chose to do that. You just want to name it as data B BSC name, yeah? Sorry, database name, yeah?
yes. It's a database name. Yes,
You just want to keep it like this name, yeah? You just want to
No,
make it.
you can add any names here. You can
Yeah, this
add
is
any value to the name.
okay. This is the name you're gonna use. Okay. Is that right?
No, for default I have used this name. If you want, you can use any name.
Okay. You
You can
could.
use SQL database,
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
anything. And if you want to add as a variable, you can simply add variable inside the bracket. You can add the name you want to declare in the variable, and here you can add the, database, and you can give values here. The same name you can give it here,
Yeah.
and you can give the name database here.
Sure. Sure. Okay. So I just need to understand this application you're using. Yeah. You have
Yes,
it.
what you can do is you can just go to the.
Is this a Microsoft application?
Yes, that's not a Microsoft application. That's a third-party application. You can just go to the Google.
Yeah. Is this something that's used in a corporate environment?
Yeah, this Visual Studio Code and the Visual Studio both are used uh, the I mean environment. I mean in the
Enterprise.
organizations. This
Yeah.
yes, this one is Visual Studio. This must be much complicated, but this Visual Studio Code will be much easier compared to this. So simply you can go, you can select which operating system you have, then you can just select and you can download. I think this might be around 8 to 9 GB, this file.
Yeah.
Then you can install it. After installing, you can add the extensions here. If you are working on the I mean .NET framework, you can just go install the I mean .NET extension pack here. If you click on install, it will just install. It will just take 220 KB. Then
Sure.
something it will take 219 KB.
Sure. So
And it will just take in KBs.
the one that we're using now, this to
Yeah.
create this ARM template, which extension do we need?
The extension you're asking,
To create this template on the right side, yeah.
yeah.
Which one did we install? Which
I
extension did
haven't
we
installed.
install?
No, I have just enabled everything. Like I need C sharp. C sharp will be useful for this. Then for Terraform, you need Terraform. If you don't know about the extensions, you just can do everything. And while you are I mean exporting this to these to the repository, what will happen is this will suggest you to download or to download the extension that is needed for this. So you need not worry about the extension. You can simply download it when it asks for you to download that. Else you can just leave that, because the extensions are just if you just to align things.
Okay.
Since it's a JSON file, we have to align the, and it's showing that you have particular errors here, particular errors there. For that, it's asking you to download the I mean extensions. You can simply download the major extension, that is the C sharp. You can download C sharp extension, then see this C sharp is I mean extension. What it does is it's concentrating on basic language support for this job. So if you do any simple mistake here in the language, it will just show an error that you have done some mistake here. Just go correct it. It will just let you know that you have made some mistakes right here. So that's why you install the extensions. If you don't install the extensions, it will automatically suggest you to install when it's required. When you upload things on the repository, it will just automatically ask you to install the extensions. So you need not worry about the extensions. You can install the this one, Visual Studio Code on your uh, machine, and when you start running, you'll understand it one by one.
Okay.
But if you need to install, you can just install this C Sharp extension. Then you will have ARM templates here. See, ARM template viewer here. You can install this. Then I mean Azure ARM, the ARM, the tool. I mean this one will also help you to. I mean help you in editing the tools, and c- and it will help you in validating the template here in the same, I mean in the same VS Code environment. So if you see this one, it's since I have installed it here and it's working, it's saying that there is some error right here with this. So it will just let you know that the thing you have done is having some error in it. So it will help us to correct it here itself. So that after typing, I mean after scripting every code, and if you are going to the deployment, then you are facing the errors there. The ARM templates validation will be failed there. You can view it here itself inside this VS Code. So just for that purpose, you are using extensions right here. Now, initially, you can just install the .NET Core, the C Sharp, then the ARM template. Then later, when we start with the Terraform, we'll just install Terraform.
Okay. So
So yeah, you understood how to use the variables inside a resource, inside an ARM template resource.
yeah, I need this template from you. Then I could refer to it, you know, when I,
Yeah, yeah. What I'll do is I'll share you through the through WhatsApp after
okay,
this class, inshallah.
okay, sure,
What
sure.
I'll do is I'll share every template because I have just taken everything that is needed
Mm,
here. Simply, I will explain this here. See, I have declared both parameters and variables here. Here in parameters, if you want, you can declare it here itself. But that won't make sense because you can declare it here itself, or you can simply, if you want to declare the parameter value outside the ARM template, what you need to do is you should simply select this and you should leave this empty, so that if this parameter does not find any value here, it will
yeah.
go search for the values outside the ARM template, and it will find, if it finds some value outside the ARM template, it will bring the values, and it will deploy using that value. The wherever you deploy in that repository, for the server name, if you have deployed any particular value for the server name outside the ARM template, it will just go search for the value of this server name, and it will deploy using the value you have declared for the server name outside the ARM template. If you declare it here itself, it will simply take the values from here.
All right. When you say outside, where do you mean it's going to go search in our?
Repository.
Okay, okay, okay. I need to see this repository later.
Yes. No,
Okay.
simply now you have multiple of folders here. Guess you have multiple of folders here. You have declared values here. Okay. See, in the main TF, this is a Terraform file. You just forget that this is a Terraform file. Now, If I show you this, you'll get confused here.
I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this yet. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
this ARM template was hard for me to understand already, so I don't want to add anything else now.
No, no, no.
Okay,
You'll find it difficult now. If you start practicing, it will be much easier.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so I was gonna ask you, the extension C plus, okay, and the other two you said ARM
That's
template,
not C plus. That's C sharp.
C sharp,
C with the yeah. C with the hash the
C sharp, okay,
shop. SHOP shop. C shop.
or C sharp,
Yeah.
C sharp. Okay, okay, C
This
sharp,
one.
and the other two you said ARM template
.NET
and .NET
framework.
and .NET.
Yes.
Okay,
.NET extensions. And there will be many if you search for C sharp, there will be many C sharp applications here to be installed. Just go for the verified Microsoft symbol.
go for verified. Okay,
Yes, just download which is verified with Microsoft.
okay.
Now you got some knowledge with the variables now.
Yeah,
So if you start practicing, it will be easier for you to understand.
I think so. Yeah, I've never done it before. And so,
But it's a very easy task, and you did not you might not be doing this in the real time. Just if you get a file, if you get a JSON file, if you're working in an organization as a DevOps engineer, you'll get many files, many I mean JSON files, and you'll see the basic default thing as the schema, the parameters, the variables, and the resources. If you see this resource with the type, you'll get to know that this is a server, SQL Server. Then, if you just see the type, you will get to know that this is a database. So, in order to know the basic information inside a JSON file, I'm showing you all this. So, you need to know what is ARM template and what and all is used in an ARM template, and I mean, how to write an ARM template. So the validation is the priority here. So if you don't add this comma here, then it will, I mean, the validation will be failed. It will fail the validation.
yeah.
So each and everything is important inside an ARM template, not inside an ARM template. In a JSON file, everything should be properly assigned and aligned. Not even in the not in the JSON alone, even in the pipelines, you should everything should be aligned in such a way that it should be uh, in an order, and because each and everything will be deployed step by step. The if you add the server name, I mean server up here, the resource server up here, this first deployment will be the server, then it will go to the database. It will not I mean create the deployment. It will not deploy I mean in a random way. It will deploy in step by step way.
Okay.
So everything should be step by step, and if the validation should be perfect. The alignment, the I mean everything.
Okay. So if you want to run this ARM template now, do you just copy and paste it into one of the do you copy and paste it into the CLI, or where do you copy and paste it to?
No, we'll do this later in the I mean, while we are doing this DevOps, we'll do this. Just to know the basic knowledge on the ARM template, I'm showing you this. If
Sure.
if you do that there, it will be much easier to understand both the concepts. If I show you only this here, it will take I think it will take more than 20 minutes. So we'll be wasting 20 minutes here in AZ104 class. So the same thing we are going to do with the in the DevOps every day. Not even every day. We will be doing every 2 hours. We will be deploying everything every 2 hours. So
Okay.
while we start with the DevOps, I will show you everything
Sure. Sure.
how we deploy things. I'll again start with the I mean with the same thing. We'll what we'll do is first we'll deploy all the resources without the variables and the parameters. We'll give value here itself and we'll deploy. Then what we'll do is we'll again next step what we'll do is we'll add values in the variables and we'll deploy the same thing. Then what we'll do is we'll remove the values from the variables and we'll remove the values from the resources and we'll deploy using parameters. We'll get values outside from outside the ARM templates in DevOps class.
Okay.
Just to
Sure.
know the basic
Mm.
structure and basic things in the ARM, I'm showing you this.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You know now you have a picture of how ARM templates look. I mean ARM
Yes.
template looks like. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
You can just simply go and install the VS Code, Visual Studio Code
Okay. Can you send me that
from
link?
the
Actually, no. Can we do chat on Zoom? You can.
yeah, we can do that.
Can you send me the link,
Yeah.
please? It's okay. I found it. I'm just going to install it now.
You got it, or shall I send it through WhatsApp?
No, it's fine. I got it. I got it.
Okay. You can just go, you can install it like this.
Okay, it's
You're doing
installed.
it now.
Yeah, I'm installing it. It's already been installed.
It's it's get it's been
I'm
installed.
Yeah, I'm installing it now.
Okay. Because it will take some time,
Is it?
like it will take half an hour to an hour to install.
Wow.
It,
Okay,
uh,
that's fine. I'll leave it to install in the background.
oh, it's installing in my system. I have just downloaded it. I'll do it later.
Yes, it's showing is I've installed it now. Can I share
You
my
installed
screen?
it now?
Yeah, can I share my screen?
Yeah, you can share it.
Okay. Right, you can see my screen, yes? Option.
Yeah, you can select any theme you need.
Okay, I'll go for the dark one.
Okay.
Dark.
So
Okay,
you just go and open up your code. Okay. New text file. Yeah. It's no, it's too fast. Now go here to the extensions, the last box to your, yeah.
this one? No. This one, yeah.
Yes, you should. Yes, yes,
Okay, and ARM templates, yeah.
yes. This one. To your,
Top one.
um,
Oh no, sorry,
this one,
Azure.
you
This
can
one, isn't
install
it?
that one. No, no. The first one.
Okay,
Then can scroll down. Yes, you have this one here, 1.2 million. Yes, this one
and this one, yeah.
with the certified Microsoft. Yeah,
Okay, that one.
this one is enough as of now. These three are enough.
Okay, and
I'm sorry. I thought that was the Visual Studio. That will take a long time.
all right, I see. Okay, what's next?
Now, next, what we'll do is we'll move on to the backup in 104.
Okay, sure.
We'll leave this as it is. I
Which,
just added this topic here today because
sure.
it will be much easier for you to understand this in the weekend. You can work out this in the weekend and you can have some. I mean,
Yeah, that's good. Good,
the
good. Yeah, good idea. Thank you. Which one of these should I install? .NET or
you install both the things. That's the tools, and this one is extension.
I see. Okay. Okay, brilliant. Okay, I'll leave this one to install then.
Okay.
Okay. So
Now, what we'll do is we'll go to, okay, sharing the screen now. We can just, I'll share it now. Can see my screen now?
not yet. I can't see it. Are you still there?
One moment.
There, I can see it now.
Yeah. Okay. So this one is done.
Yeah.
So now we'll move on to the backup or monitoring. Both the things will cover in a single scenario.
Yeah, sure.
Now for backup,
That's I've done backups before for Azure.
oh, first you have done both I mean backup or the site recovery.
No, I haven't done site recovery. So I used to um I think it was 1 year ago. I used to basically do, the Azure backup agent. I used to basically
Yes.
just I used to do some work
Yes.
on it. I used to, because sometimes there was failures. So I used to look into this why. why it failed and stuff like this. This kind of stuff I used to do, but I want to see what you do. I think you're gonna do it from scratch, isn't it? So for me,
Yeah,
yeah, I didn't install
actually,
it.
it would be just some kind of introduction and how we do backups, because
Okay,
we don't concentrate on this in DevOps. So I just left this. I mean, I just thought I just introduce the how we backup and we do site recovery on Azure,
sure. Okay,
just to clear the certifications. Just to help to clear the certifications, I have added this recovery service vault.
okay. So now we're going to do Azure backup and site
Yeah.
recovery.
So yeah, we'll do monitoring side by side. So the thing for backup is recovery service vault. This one is the thing that is used to backup and do site recovery. Backup is nothing but we can just take the backup and we can keep the file with us. Site recovery is nothing but we can just take the whole virtual machine and we can keep it in a different site, different region. Like I mean, the basically that's uh, disaster recovery. So video then give vault name as
Okay,
mm,
so you have to first create a
yeah.
recovery service vault, yeah?
Yes, in order to back up something, we can either do it with the with the virtual machines, or we can do it individually. It's a service, so we can either create this like this. This is number one, or we can go to the virtual machine. Okay. We can go to the virtual machine. Here, I want to show one more thing, the data disks here. So we'll take this back up here. It's gonna give us a name, machine name VM1. And so here you select the premium SSD, and what we'll do is now we'll create a data disk with that. Let's have the name as default. Then we can create a data disk with these many types, but we'll have 1 TB data disk as of now. Then this is a logic unit number. this will come with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you add multiple of the I mean data disk, it will add I mean the for the next data disk it will add 1. For the other data disk we add, it will add 2. Like that it will go on add. This is the logic unit number. And you can attach a disk, or you can either create one. So if you previously have a disk, you can just attach it with this. And if you, for example, you have all the things in your disk, and if you want to detach the disk from this virtual machine, and you want to uh, if you detach this from here, and if you want to attach this to some other virtual machine, you can do that as well. So you're creating a data disk here with a 1 TB size. Then the networking, let it be the same. What we'll do is we'll okay, it's enabled. This site recovery, what this is a feature uh, in the recovery service world, just because if it is done for the business continuity. Now, if you have a worldwide business, and if you don't want this business to stop at any cost, what you'll do is you'll just create this using the recovery service. What you'll do is you'll just take this, and you'll have a site recovery, that is the disaster recovery, and you'll have this in another region. This might not be active. Uh, I mean, this might not be active every time. Whenever you ask this to get active, it will be active the time you need this to be active. So uh, this will be in a rest condition for the time you don't use it. If there is any problem with the main virtual machine, or the main uh, server you use, then you can take backup. Or if this one is destroyed, then this one will be automatically created, and this one will be can be set to use. So just for the business continuity, I mean, most of the organizations use this site recovery. And I think this one is created. Now, what we'll do,
Are you in the mosque today?
sorry,
Are you in the mosque today?
no, no. Since I mean, the office is closed for the Easter, I don't, I didn't have any place to take decision. So I requested Brother Irfan, so he gave me space in the mosque that day.
Which
Then
office? Your job or the LAN?
No, the office which I'm using right now. This is my brother's office. I'm using it for the purpose of these sessions.
Right.
Here, if you go and if you check here,
Mm-hmm.
the data disk will not be available here. We have created this with the virtual machine, but the data disk will not be available here. So we have to initialize it first. So what we'll do is we'll go to the server manager.
Did you attach the disk just now?
No, we have to initialize it initially. It will be attached with it. I mean, we have created it using the virtual machine. So we have to just attach it, initialize it with this virtual machine. You simply go to the disks. Here you'll find this.
Oh, so you did attach it, yeah?
No, we have to initialize it now so that
Yeah.
it will get attached.
But first you have to attach, isn't it? Where did you attach it? I didn't see
No,
this.
no, I didn't attach that anywhere.
So,
I have created with the, with the virtual machine, so
oh,
it's
you created
automatically
with the
attached.
machine. Okay, okay,
Now,
right.
after initializing, what I did is,
You've only we do this all the time.
oh, this one.
Yeah, we do this all the time. Yeah, that's why I
Okay.
was. I think you could maybe you created a disk when you were creating the VM. Is that correct?
Yes, I created a disk with the VM. I didn't
Right,
attach it from anywhere else.
right, I see. Okay.
So this one is for the data disk. So now we have created the recovery service. What does it mean? Now, if you want to take some backups, what you can do is you can either go to the virtual machine, and
Yeah,
here you'll have backups. You can either uh, set up your backup here, or you can use an existing. Why isn't it showing?
this one looks different. We used Mars, Microsoft.
Mars.
Yeah,
Yeah, got you.
that's the one I used. Yeah, that's the one.
Yes, you have used this. Yeah, okay, got it. Now, this one is just to take the backup. You can schedule the backup here.
Yeah,
So here we'll name this as let it be in the backup group. You can take multiple backups per day, or you can take a single backup a day. We'll take standard here. Then you can even add policy to the backups. So if you edit the policy, you can, I mean, schedule it anytime you want. If you want weekly, you can select weekly. If you want daily, you can do it daily. Then you can select anytime. Now I think the time is 11:49. What I will do is I will make it for 12. And the time zone, mm, you have to select the time zone.
You should go on to GMT
Oh, GMT is not available here.
in the zero. When it's zero, you have to go to zero. There's London. I saw London before. Up.
So London,
Yeah. Up. Down, down. You have to go to zero. Scroll down. Yeah, that one.
yeah,
Up.
yeah, got it, got it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so here you can take the, I mean, you can select the schedule, you can just schedule your backup, and you can just, I mean, the backing up, how it will back up is it will snapshot everything. If you need to snapshot the disk alone, it will take a snapshot of disk. Or if you want to snapshot the entire virtual machine, it can snapshot the entire virtual machine. So this is asking for how many days should it keep the recovery within it. So uh, it will be for 2 days. Then we'll keep this as it is. We'll leave this. Now it's asking how many disks I have to disk. Yes, I'll enable the backup. Now what's the toughest part is the creating the backup is much easier, but deleting the backup is much harder than creating this. That's the hardest part.
Is it deleting?
Yeah. Have you done that before, brother?
No, no. But what if you
No.
want to restore one file? Can you do this on this?
Restoring files.
Yeah, restore one file. For example, like you want to restore one file from a desktop. Is this possible through this?
Yeah, we can do that too. What I'll do is I'll show after the Salah how to restore files. Okay.
Okay.
I'll complete with the monitoring now with this. Then after Salah, I'll complete this backup. I'll show you how this works, and I'll go with the monitoring because we have, I think, hardly another 30 minutes left. So we'll do with this monitoring. Then after that, that's a quite big process. So we'll do after Salah so that we'll have enough time to do that.
Okay.
So here,
Okay, it's
we,
complete.
we, we can that is what I was about to say. The backup, we can schedule every backup, and I have scheduled it to 12 o'clock. So uh, we can either schedule it or we can go take the backup here.
What's the difference between this backup and the Mars? Is this two different ones?
Yeah, it's there's a slight difference between both, but g- just there might be slight differences, but they both are equal. Now, if you see here, we can either create the backup here, and after uh, creating, however, the backup, this is ready to take the snapshots. When I have given that the snapshots should be taken here at 12. So it's hardly 6 minutes. What we'll do is we'll just yeah. What we'll do is inside this disk, we'll add file a mm, B. So this one we are gonna take backup. It will automatically take backup of this. Then what we'll have is we'll create one file here. See, and we created three files right there, and we select here. And now here, the other thing, one, the backup is scheduled here is the backup. And now let's select the disaster recovery. So every time, as I told you earlier in our foundation class, that the each and every region has its region pair. So it's automatically showing that the region pair would you can it's suggesting us to use the west US. We can either use the west US or we can use any other thing, but the suggestion that Azure is giving us is the west US. You can it's showing us if you can uh, keep the take away recovery, the disaster recovery right in the West US region. So we'll select the same. We'll go for the advanced. Here we need to select the subscription, the type, the virtual machine. It's creating a new backup ASR, that is the new resource group to create it in the West US region. So there might be everything that will be created newly based on the uh, region. So the content, the virtual machine will be the same. The backup that the backup will be the same, but the region and the resource group, the virtual VNet, everything will be different based on the region. But the data or the backup, the file, everything will be the same. So these are the names for the this is giving you the name by default that this is about to be created in the I mean in the other region as a disaster recovery. So this will be the backup ASR will be the resource group, and the VNet ASR will be the VNet of the virtual network. Virtual network name and
Okay.
the availability, let it be the single instance. Then let's leave it. I say it's not go to this. Then storage. Yes, we need storage. We need this data disk. Yes, because we have stored the two files in the data disk, so we need data disk. So yes, we can bring this in.
So, my question now, right? Okay,
Yeah.
is okay, we're doing it for one virtual machine now, okay? Just say you have like
Mhm.
15 virtual machines, 50 virtual machines. You want to set up disaster recovery.
Yeah.
How would you set it up for all 50 of them quickly, instead of doing it like this? Because this is very manual, isn't it?
Yeah, but you can automate this. You can either automate this or you can do everything using this method. If you use the PowerShell script just to automate everything, I mean, if you want to do everything one by one, you can use this portal. But if you can automate two to not two, if you can do if you have 50 or 100 virtual machines, as you told me, you can just automate, and you can use the PowerShell script to run. Uh, and you can create multiple disaster recoveries for the virtual machines, for the multiple of virtual machines you have. And even with DevOps, you can do, I mean, you can deploy multiple I mean resources here. There you can take recovery of those things in, I mean, using automation. So it's 12. Our data is getting back. So, um, the virtual machine, and you see the backup. We have set 12, right? It will start taking up the backup. It's 12 now. The time. Let's wait for it. Now, the other thing is disaster recovery. What's the thing is, we have restore points here inside this. We can either have it as a file. We can just restore files. We can restore the entire, I mean, the entire virtual machines. We can do anything. I mean, if you need the entire virtual machines backup, you can use this restore point as a entire virtual machine backup. Or if you just need a file, you can use the file to just recover this using this restore point. And the monitor. Here, inside this monitoring, what we have is we have all four types of things inside monitoring. The four main things inside monitoring. Number one is metrics. Number two is activity logs. Number three is log analytics. Number four is application insight. So here with this metrics, what you can do is you can check on the like you can check on the usage of the CPU. Then you can manage the desk metrics. You can manage the network, like you can have a track on every, like with the configuration of the VMs. You can manage everything. I mean, you can have a track on this, on how much percentage of CPU is the virtual machine, it's using. And you can have a track on every single thing. And uh, even here you can create alerts. In a case, if you want to know that your CPU is using 50 percentage of the uh, RAM, and if this is increasing, like if this increases more than 70 percentage, you can set alerts on that, just to know that if it's 70 percentage, or if you select as if 90 percentage, if it exceeds 90 percentage, the you'll receive an alert stating that your virtual machine has consumed 90 percentage of it, and please take some action regarding this. So it will create an alert, and it will let you know that your virtual machine has consumed 90 percentage of the CPU. So in that case, you can set alerts for every single thing inside a virtual machine. And the activity logs, what it does, it controls the plain or the administrative activities. So if I have created a virtual machine, what it will do is it will show that I have created a virtual machine. So the the scope is that the virtual machine is the scope here. So we haven't used anything right now, so it's showing it's plain. See, the CPU consumed, nothing is consumed as of now. So we aren't using today 12, nothing is used as of now. So we can monitor this like this. We can select the activity logs. See, we have created a virtual machine here. We have created we have deleted virtual machine. Yes, I have done that before previously. So before 20 minutes, I have created the virtual machine, which is succeeded. And here, each time when log in, when I log out, when I use the virtual machine, it will update here. It will help us to track things like who used this virtual machine, what actions have been done inside a virtual machine. Everything will be under track. So it's much helpful for the people who monitors this, that who's accessing the virtual machine event. Each event will be under track. The thing what's happening is known as the event. So each event will be monitored by this activity logs, and uh, who has initiated this event will also be mentioned here. Then the time that the event happened, then what was the status when the event happened, that every single thing will be updated right here. So this one is activity log. Then in the log analytics, what they'll do is they'll type queries. They'll send query just to uh, get to know about the I mean about the virtual machines, or about if there are plenty of if there are hundred of virtual machines, they won't be checking it one by one. They'll type they will script a query here, and what they will do is inside this logs, it will be looking like the same like this, in a white color thing. What it will happen is it will help us to get the information uh, of the virtual machine that you need to get. So if you want to if you have deployed 50 virtual machines, and if you name each and every virtual machine with some alphabets A B C D like that, and if you want to know the status of the virtual machine M, and you can simply go and type a query, and with that query you can get the information of the virtual machine M alone. So like that you can do, and for that you need to know about the query, the language that is used in the query is the Custo language, which is used here. So mostly that will not be using that. But in order to get the information of the particular virtual machine, we can go and we can take the particular virtual machine from there, and we can look on the status of that. And the final part is the insights. This insight, what application insight, what it will do is, if you have an application, the track A to Z, every track of that application will be on this. And for example, uh,
So 1 second, by I'm just taking a note of log queries. So log queries,
Mhm.
trying to understand what it does.
The log queries, it's simple like the PowerShell script. So in order to take, in order to take a specific thing from the bulk, it's helpful in taking the specific information from the bulk thing, and it will just give you the exact information, or if for example there are multiple virtual machines here, if you
Sure.
just need the information about this virtual machine, you can type a query in that log analytics, and uh, you can take the particular information of this here to this using this query, and you'll just have the information of that particular VM, and you can track that and you can monitor it as well. So for taking the particular information among the multiple virtual machines, you use this log analytics to do that.
Okay.
And regarding the application insight, this is nothing but the uh, the the insight to monitor the applications. The For example, the web app. If you got a web app, and for example, your organization is managing a web application of some business, and it's a worldwide business, and this business, uh, the client is asking, this client is coming to the company and he's saying that there is nothing working with this application. My users are facing more problems in entering the, I mean, in using the web application. If he has any problem with entering the web application, I mean, in signing into the web application, he will raise and request to the company stating that there is some problem with the web application. So what this admin will do is, the admin will first check on, go to the app insights, application insights, and he will check on what had happened so far and what's happening, because in this application insight, what happens is, it will have a track, it will have every track based on the metrics, based on the I mean, the activity, I mean, logs. Every track will be inside this application insight. Then this will have every data, who has entered, how many people has logged into that account, and what's the status of the CPU. I mean, what's the status of the server, and how many databases are there, and every databases are in running condition. Everything will be in track with this application inside, and this will have a of map or chart size, chart of every information that's happening inside the application. So this application is inside is used to manage the applications and to monitor every single action that is done, every single event that is happening inside the application inside. So when we create a web application using DevOps, we will create a resource of web application inside, so that while we create that resource, using when we create web application, it will be much useful for us to see it in practical. So that I will show you in that time when we create the web application, and when we connect this application inside to the web application, we can track who's using, how many people have used the web application, and how many people come in at the same time, how many people are allowed to use this web application. Everything we can monitor using the application inside. So these are the four main things that is in the monitor. So what an admin does is, this admin creates this admin checks on the metrics, and he checks on the activities that is done inside it. Then if this admin knows how to do query, then he can take the information using the using the custo query language, and he can take the particular information of the uh, I mean of any virtual machine he needs to know about that. Then he can finally monitor on the web application using the application inside. So these are the four main things that comes under monitoring, and is the uh, helps us to monitor each and every event that is happening inside a virtual machine or a web application or anything. Then this event, I mean, if there are any, uh, I mean, if you can set alerts, you can also set alerts inside this virtual machine or a web application. So if you want to know that this your virtual machine is running low, just to let you know what this alerts will do is, if you set an alert stating that you need to get SMS, an email, anything, just to alert you. It will You can just uh, create an alert, and it will notify you when your virtual machine gets 80 percentage of storage, or 90 percentage of storage, anything, or 80 to 90 percentage of CPU, or it's going down. No one is using any kind of alerts can be created using the metrics, and you can create alerts on metrics and activities, both in metrics and activities. And these are the four main things inside the monitoring. And if you see, let's check whether the backup is taken. Yes. Now we have set it to 12 p.m. So what happened is, one virtual machine backup has been taken. All data fetched from the service. So this has fetched every data from the service.
I don't think the initial
This
one's done, maybe it still needs to be done. So you have to do
so
backup, but you have to do backup now, top left-hand corner.
this one this one is something that it's a manual backup now.
Yeah, yeah. So the initial backup, it's not been done. It says in the middle, the warning up there. This one has to complete first.
Yes, so the backup is going on. It
Yeah,
hasn't completed the backup, and I
yeah.
think it's because of the uh,
It's the first one.
wait a minute, let me. This one is alert. Yes, you know why the backup has not created, because
Yeah.
in order to create this backup, in order to store the backup, we need a storage account. So we have to link a storage account to this backup, because normally what happens is, when you when you take, for example, if you are using YouTube
Mm,
and you're streaming a video here in a YouTube, the very first time when you see the video, what happens is, it will take all the information, uh, and it will create a cache in your system. Now, if you're viewing the same video after some time, what it happens is this cache contains all the information that you have used. So this cache will, with the help of the internet, it will help you see this. The again there will the request will not go to the YouTube server, and it will not take everything from the YouTube server. Using this cache, the information will be shared with you. I mean, this video, you can, the very first time you see the video, it's from the YouTube server. Then the second time if you see the video, that will be from the cache that you have got. So it will save it as a cache. Then it will help you see the video for the second time you use. So the same thing, in order to save the cache, you need to create a storage account. See,
We
it
created
has
one,
already
didn't
created it has already created a storage account with the same thing.
we? Yeah.
Yeah, so see, inside the container you have all the I think this storage account is created for the, I mean, the other thing, for the disaster recovery.
Okay.
Is Let me check for this one. It's nothing. This one is for disaster recovery, so you should have another storage account here. Space cloud. This is also for the disaster recovery, so we have to create one. Backup. Standard is okay. Then next.
I need to start getting ready to go Juma now.
Oh, okay. So what we'll do is we'll continue after Juma. We'll create the storage account, and we'll
Yeah.
complete with the backup, inshallah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
the
Sorry about
backup
that.
has been taken
Yeah.
from the virtual machine, and
Yeah.
after creating this storage account, it will be. Uh, I mean, we can do that after later after Juma, inshallah.
Okay. Okay then. Inshallah.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll connect at 2:30, inshallah.
Inshallah. Okay then. Okay. Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam.